Hi everybody, so I have a number for you today, 5. That is how many Indian nationals were arrested by ICE Sacramento office in the 15 months before Trump came back to power. 5 people in 15 months. Now here is the number for the 15 months after Trump returned. The number is 150. Means 5 to 150 in the same amount of time from the same office, and here is the part that makes this even more alarming. Immigration advocates are saying Sikh Indians are being specifically targeted. Truck drivers are too scared to go to work and people are being arrested when they show up for their own mandatory immigration check-ins. The check-ins they are legally required to attend. So today we'll tell you exactly what is happening. This is Ecos Global and my name is Neha Upadhyay. Now let's talk about the data. McClatchy News obtained data through a Freedom of Information Act request from the Deportation Data Project. ICE Sacramento suboffice arrested approximately 150 Indian nationals between January 2025 and March 2026, up from just 5 in the preceding 15 months. The total arrest by that office went from 330 to 830 overall, a significant increase. But the increase for Indians specifically from 5 to 150 is 30 times the overall rate. That is not proportional, that is disproportionate, that is targeted. Approximately 30% of the Indian nationals arrested had previous or pending criminal charges, which means 70% did not. They were arrested purely for immigration violations, not for any crime. Now here is the part that the Indian community needs to hear most urgently. Soni, an immigration advocate who works with the Sikh and Indian community in Sacramento. She told press that Sikh are being specifically targeted by ICE in the region and the impact on the community has been devastating. She said many truck drivers have forsaken their professions in fear. These are people who were making an honest living, driving trucks, delivering goods, supporting their families, and they are now too scared to go to work. Why? Because they are afraid of ICE. They are afraid that ICE might be waiting for them. The sole breadwinner of the family is now gone, and the weight, she said, is then falling on the mothers. Mothers who are now the primary caretakers trying to find sources of income. That is a family destroyed not by crime but by immigration enforcement. Now let me tell you about the part that I find the most disturbing about the story. ICE is arresting Sikh and Indian nationals when they show up for mandatory immigration check-ins. These are appointments that immigrants are legally required to attend. Showing up is following the law, and ICE is using those appointments, those moments of compliance to make arrest. People are being punished for following the rules, for showing up when they are supposed to. That is not enforcement, and it is destroying the trust that the immigration system depends on. But like every other matter, there are certain things that you can follow right now. First thing, if you have an upcoming mandatory immigration check-in, talk to your immigration attorney before you go. Understand your current risk levels and understand what your rights are, if ICE is present there. Second thing, if you are an Indian or Sikh truck driver in California, connect with local community organizations. They are actively monitoring enforcement patterns and they can help you understand your options. Third thing, document every interaction with immigration authorities, every check-in, every document received, every conversation. Why? Because documentation is protection. So that's all in this video. See you in the next one. Till then, this is me Neha Upadhyay signing off.